There once was a little hood named Red, didn't care that her grandma was dead. For the wolf was Red Sav. My, what big parts that you have! Exclaimed she as they romped in her bed.
I know Lou's innocent. He was with me at the time.
Doing what?
Summoning storks.
How can you be sure of the time?
Our stork summoning was vigorous. We broke a clock, so I distinctly remember the time.
Thank you for coming here to tell the truth, Miss Red.
The truth. The truth is that you aren't sure what time Lou left. Isn't it probable that the time read off a broken clock was wrong?
It felt 5-ish, too. Plus, Lou would never hurt anyone. I know him too well.
And how did you and the wolf meet?
At a relative's house.
At your grandma's, in fact. Isn't it true that there were allegations in the press that you and Mr. Wolf conspired to disappear Grandma?
Objection! Hearsay and improper character.
Withdrawn. You testify that you know the defendant well?
Intimately.
Are you familiar with his habit for dress-up, then? Once as you, then as Grandma, and another time in sheep's clothing.
Objection! Irrelevant.
Your Honor, this goes directly to the witness's credibility. She says she knows the wolf intimately, and if she did, she'd know about his penchant for disguises.
Rein it in under 404B, Counselor. Keep it pertinent. The objection is sustained.
Miss Red, I apologize. You know the wolf intimately. Would you say that you love him?
Objection! Irrelevant.
Bias, Your Honor.
Overruled.
We have fun.
Would you say you get along because of a common past?
I don't follow.
I mean that both of you have criminal records. You were once known as Little Hood and convicted of gun running.
Objection! Improper impeachment under 609B and D. The adjudication happened nearly 10 years ago while Miss Red was still a juvenile. Its prejudicial value far outweighs its probative value as to her credibility. The ADA is intentionally trying to confuse the issue.
Your Honor.
In addition, Mr. Wolf, the defendant, has yet to take the stand and can't be impeached.
Sustained. Both references were improper and must be stricken.
A final question, then. It's uncontested fact that Mr. Wolf was caught in Hampton Pig's chimney. Yet Mr. Pig is, for some reason, missing and unable to testify, Miss Red. So my question to you is, where were you when Mr. Wolf was caught in the chimney?
Objection! Your Honor!
404B conspiracy for a common scheme and bias, Your Honor.
Ms. Red, answer the question.
Sure, I was at home, recovering.
Damn, stuck with the answer.
And how did you end up in Mr. Pig's chimney?
I sweep chimneys with my huffing and puffing. I fell in while inspecting it. While stuck, I was angry and threatened to sue Mr. Pig. That's probably why he disappeared.
Objection! Speculation!
Sustained. Mr. Wolf, please limit your statements to what you personally know to be true.
Did you commit these crimes, Mr. Wolf?
No, I'm innocent.
Your alibi relies upon a woman with whom you are currently involved with, correct?
Yes.
And can you account for your whereabouts in any other way?
Other than my word, no.
How can you explain Shepard's eyewitness testimony?
Objection! Speculation!
Withdrawn. You say you were hired by Mr. Pig to sweep his chimney, despite your reputation as a predator?
Objection! Improper character!
This goes directly to motive, Your Honor. Under Old Chief, I'm entitled to put Mr. Wolf's testimony in context.
Sustained. But, Counselor, why don't you rephrase the question?
Mr. Wolf, are you a predator?
I'm not a predator, I'm a vegan. If I crave soft pink flesh, how could I be with Red? I've long forgotten the taste of meat.
Peter's witnesses were all impeached or missing, evidence circumstantial and at the risk of dismissing. The state had the burden of proof to carry. With little to lose, Peter tried a Hail Mary.
Objection! Hitting the witness!
612, Your Honor, an object, such as a football, may be used to refresh an adverse party's memory. We ask the court for some latitude and invite, in fact encourage, the defense to inspect the object.
Objection overruled, for now. I'm going to give you a little rope here, Counselor. Don't hang yourself with it. In addition, you will refrain from striking the defendant with projectiles or in any other way, or I will find you in contempt of court.
Mr. Wolf, what is the object before you made of?
Hide?
Specifically pigskin, isn't that right?
I guess.
Crackling is crispy fried pigskin, isn't it?
Huh? Well...
Bacon is smoky and cured savory belly pork.
Your Honor,
Honey-glazed ham, breaded pork chops, spicy sausage.
No.
Peter!
Fall off the bone baby back ribs, pulled pork, roasted loin. Do you remember the taste of meat? I want the truth.
You arrogant little... You can't handle the truth. You weep for the pigs and curse the carnivores. You have the luxury of not knowing the hunger that I must know. Their deaths, while tragic, saved lives. Deep down, you're happy it was them and not you. I spend my life fighting the hunger, sparing you all another day. And you mock it as a punchline and pass judgment from the pasture. I'd prefer if you just thanked me for my grace and continue to graze away. Otherwise, I suggest you offer yourself up on a plate. Right now!
I'm not your dinner. I'm your prosecutor, you son of a bitch.
In the mind of all present was ADA Pete, attacked by the wolf as the other white meat. As can be expected post a show of such fury, a verdict of guilt was returned by the jury.